Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Discover Your Spirit. I'm your host, Brenda Reading. This is on Lilydale Radio. It's also on YouTube and my personal Facebook page, Brenda Reading, spiritual medium, teacher, author. So, how have you all been in the last 2 weeks? It's been kind of a crazy ride, huh? One thing you can say is it's never boring, right? Life is never boring. So tonight, we will do some mini mediumship readings after I do my little talk that I want to talk about. And also, of course, always talking about the new catalog that's out for Lilydale Assembly. Season starts June 20th through August 31st. But I will tell you, there are some events prior to season opening, such as the Fun Fest that's happening on June 14th. And that will be a fun event where there will be readers of all types and vendors, and you can come down and there'll be no gate fee. So you can come down and you can walk around the grounds and experience the lovely energy in Lilydale, the peace that is there when you walk through the gate. You can get a sneak peek into all the different places that'll be open. The bookstore, the Sacred Grounds Coffee House, that's open on the weekends already. You can walk out to the stump and you can check that out. The Healing Temple, all different things you can go look at the week before season opens. And that Fun Fest should be a really fun event. So you should come check it out. Also, if you're looking for a catalog, you can call the office and they will mail you out one for, I think it's $5. Or you can go online to www.lilydaleassembly.org, and click on the What's Happening. And you'll see, if you go down, there'll be a place where you can actually look at the catalog online. But make sure, and I did this myself the last time I looked, make sure if you're looking at the catalog online that you scroll at the bottom all the way to the right so that you get the second page, that you're not missing the page before you scroll down, okay? Because you have to move the cursor, you have to move that over to see both pages, just like you would in a book, before you move down to go to the next set of pages. Because if you don't, you're going to miss half the information. I learned that the hard way the first time I looked online to look at the catalog. So don't feel bad if you didn't know that. So what do I want to talk about tonight? Well, if you happen to catch my last show, you would have heard me talking about the fact that my sister had been very ill and had passed away in February. And the wonderful story that happened during her transition, which I shared because it's a really good example of how our spirit goes on, our energy, the thing that makes us us, right? Not our body, not our cells and our tissues and our bones and all that, but our personality, our memories, our feelings, those type of things that go on with us when we transition. So with that, I want to share a little bit more about this passing of my sister, and the fact that if you happen to read my book, Taps on My Shoulder, How to Awaken to Spirit, in the book, I start early on, and I just give a little bit of background to myself. So if you read it or you know me, you know that I grew up in a very small town, okay, very small town. And our family was my mom, my dad, my sister, and myself. So pretty small little family, right, in a little small town. And I don't know about the rest of you, but if any of you have experienced being the last one standing of your family, it's a strange feeling. There is this realization all of a sudden that you're the last one. You're the last one of your original family. Because I didn't have any other siblings, and my mom and dad have passed 8-10 years ago. Actually, 11 years ago tomorrow is my mom's transition date. So, it's in addition to everything you're feeling about the loss of your loved one and, all that goes with that. If you are the last one standing, there's this additional feeling, and I was having a moment and I was feeling and thinking to myself that all those memories and of my little family, the first third of my life that was spent with those 3 people, basically, I'm the only one that has them anymore. I thought everything is only real in my own mind because my parents and my sister have left me here, And then, right, I had that moment. And then I remembered what I believe and what I know to be true from doing the spiritual work that I do, from being a registered medium, from being a medium, from the many, many, many readings, connecting with people's loved ones on the other side, that, you silly girl, those memories are not just stored in my mind. They are on the souls of the people that went to the other side. And how do I know this? Because when I do my work with people, often shared memories are brought up, or the spirit will tell me something about something that happened when they were young. Or maybe a grandmother will bring in an animal that the person in front of me had when they were a child. And this happened last week. It happened to be a bunny. And then all of a sudden I'm flooded with all of these different instances where there's no way that our memories are only left recorded on our minds here in our brain, because those people, those spirit people, are telling me these things. And it's my job to communicate these things, very specific, usually, to my sitter. Like last week, I had a sitter, and what I was supposed to tell her from her loved one was very specific. It was only 2 words, but it was very specific at this point in the reading. And so I had to look at this young lady and say, cabbage rolls. Okay? Cabbage rolls, yes. So, and at that point, she started to tear up and she's like, yes. We were just talking about her cabbage rolls this week and how much we miss them. So here I am, right, doing this work for other people and knowing that all of the memories they take with them. They take those memories with them. But when it happens to you, it's like you're in the throes of grief and you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking, you're thinking with your head, you're not thinking with your heart. You're just not on your game. And then I realized that, what? My family is still real, not only in my mind, but in the heart, soul, memory that my loved ones took with them, because they remember. They have those. just like my sitters, their spirit loved ones have their memories. So nothing is lost, which means I'm not the last one standing. They're standing with me. It's just sometimes when we are in the throes of grief, we forget those things because it's so tough and it's so hard at moments. And I'm going to tear up. And you go through all those, well, I wished I could have done this better, and maybe I should have tried harder, and this and that. You go through all that stuff. But our spirit loved ones, they take the best of the best with them, like that little bunny, like those famous cabbage rolls that woman was famous for. They take it with them. And it's my job as a medium to connect with your spirit loved ones and listen to them and feel them and let them show me, however they choose, those special memories so that I can give them to you, so that you too know that they haven't left you, that they are right there standing with you. So that is my little talk today. It was a reminder, not just for myself, but for everyone that has lost someone that they love, that those memories and those feelings are still there. They're just in a different form someplace that we can't see, most of us. Some of us can with our eyeballs, our physical eyes. So I just wanted to share that little story with you all because it helped me. Once I remembered, what I do and what I believe, and more importantly, what I know to be true, I was okay again. Just had a moment. We all have those little moments. So I just wanted to share that with you. And thank you for tuning in with me tonight. I don't know about anyone else, but I just can't get warm. It's like it's April 10th and I'm still freezing. So anyways, so I'm going to start taking a look at some of these comments here that I can see. Just love this, right? Oh, we've got Victoria came to the Fun Fest last year and she loved it. Wonderful. Yes. I am sorry that you have lost your sister and brother. It's tough. No matter what your relationship was, right? It's a tough thing. Oh, okay, Patty. Thank you for looking at that, into that Edgar Casey program. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of people here sharing that they understand that, that when our people leave, we wonder if they left something here on earth. But nope, they took all the love and the memories with them, and they still have them. Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that's cold, right? I don't know. It is only April here in Western New York, so sometimes we get snow, so we have to put up with it, right? That's one of the things in having all the seasons, we have to put up with it. So, hi, Julie. Thanks for coming back. All right, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. Oh, yeah. So as far as teaching, I've had people ask me about teaching, and I just finished a level 2 mediumship class online, and I'm teaching about, being an empath, being too sensitive, being affected by the things around you, people's energies, all kinds of stuff. So go to my website, www.brendareading.com. And you can see the classes that I'm offering. And also, I'm very blessed to be offering a full weekend of mediumship training in Lilydale this summer. July 25th, 26th, 27th. We'll start the first day with beginning mediumship, and you don't need any experience, because we will talk about the basics, the science behind it, your senses, how they work with spirit. And that's a full day. And then the next day is taking that information and then start practicing giving messages. So it progresses. And you don't have to take the first class. You can just take the second class. They're separate of each other, or you can take all three. And the third day is how to actually give a reading. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of ethics that go with it. Some of the should do's and the shouldn't do's. There is a suggested format that's helpful if you've never given a reading before, so we're doing that on the third day. So like I said, there's 3 days and they're all independent of each other. So hopefully I'll see some of you this summer. And then I also am teaching another class at the end of season. I actually have to look it up because I can't remember exactly what I called it. It's, I'll find it in here. It'll only take me a second. There we go. Friday, August 29th, develop your sacred soul connection. And this is how, what we do is we talk about being able to connect yourself, right, to the higher power. And not just to give, for the purpose of giving messages and connecting with people's spirit people for other people. It's more a class about connecting to the higher power to help yourself and to feel that peace and understanding and oneness, and to be able to help you make decisions in your life with the use of the higher power. So that is because we all have this sacred connection. It's built in when we're born. Okay, we just have to know how to turn on the switch. So that's what that class is about. All right, so I think what we'll do now is, I told you that we would do some mini readings. So I am going to, if you would like a mini reading, I want you to say, yes, please, I would like a message. Julie, they will mail the catalog, but you have to call them, and I think you have to pay them $5. So yeah, I think that they will mail it. Okay. It's nice to see a bunch of you plan on coming this summer. And by the way, just an aside, I'm not going to get into politics here, but I know there's a lot going on in regards to our beautiful neighbors to the north, Canada. And if you are Canadian, please consider still coming to visit lovely Lilydale, because we don't care what your politics are. You're coming to learn about spirituality, about connecting with your loved ones, about experiencing the peacefulness, the energy in Lilydale. So it's, it's like a haven. It's a safe haven. So we love our Canadian neighbors, and we are encouraging you to come and to be part of Lilydale. So, all right. So let me see who we have here. Linda Gallant Gata. Okay. So Linda, I am going to tap into your energy here and see what I feel. Okay. Linda, I feel like I have a woman here in spirit, and she is very chatty. Okay. She comes in and she is talking up a storm. She talks pretty quickly. All right. And hi. And I want to say, I feel like she kept her hair kind of short, and I feel like she had no problems going outside and taking care of everything that needed to be done. This is how she feels to me. She was a strong woman. I don't feel like she was very tall, but she was, I want to say she was substantial from her shoulders to, down, and she was strong. And I feel like she had no problems going out and doing some chores if she had to, or, moving some dirt around or whatever needed to be done. She could do that. She feels like she's on mom's side of the family to me. I feel like she's giving me a daisy for some reason. Okay, so I don't know if you would understand that about the daisy, but she's giving me a daisy, Linda. And sometimes, that could be a reference to the month, summertime, a favorite flower, something like that. But I just think she liked the outdoors. And I think she loves summertime. And I feel like she might even mow the lawn. That's who she was. So I also feel like she might be a grandmother, for you on that side of the family. So if you understand any of this, Linda, let me know. It's good to get confirmation. Or it could be grandma's sister, one of the two, but she's a strong little lady. Okay. And what does she have to say to you? What's her message to you? Linda, I feel like she wants to give you a hug, a little hug of support. I feel like there's something that you are working with in your own life that's been challenging, is what I want to say. And I feel like thank you, Linda, your grandma. Okay. I feel like she's saying a breath of fresh air would do you some good. She's pretty straightforward. Okay. And I feel like if she could get you out into the countryside for a little bit, she would. She is wanting to give you some peace and some relief from something that you're dealing with. So just know that your grandmother is very aware of everything that you're dealing with. And I think she's trying to say that it's going to get better. Okay. It's like, give it a little bit of time. Things are going to start to dissipate. So I'm going to leave that with you, your grandma. She's making me giggle a little bit. She just likes to talk very quickly. So I'm going to leave her with you and all her love. And thank you for taking the message. All right, Linda, let's see who else we have here. Okay. Oh, wow. I have to go back now for a little bit here. Just give me a second, everyone. Okay. Amanda Binyashevsky. I think I said that right. And I only say that because my first husband came from a Polish family, and you learn how to pronounce all the names and everything. Beautiful last name, Amanda. I'm going to tap into your energy here, okay? All right. Okay. Amanda, I feel like I have an older gentleman here for you. He is, I feel like he was on his feet a lot, and he's complaining about how his feet hurt. I feel like he can't wait to take his boot, shoes, whatever they are, off at the end of the day. I feel like he's just on his feet so much. He feels like he's on Dad's side of the family to me. And I feel like he did have his hair. I feel like he might have had to like flap it over a little bit on the one side, because it was thinning. But it does feel like it got lighter, like it's a whitish gray as he aged. Okay. He comes to me, I think another person that liked to be outside. I feel like I have a tan with this man. I don't know if he worked outside a lot, whether it was, after he got home or during the day or whatever he did, but I feel like he is tan. So if that makes any sense to you, Amanda, it would be great if you could let me know. Let's see. What else can I get from this man? I feel like my nose might be a little prominent, on my face with him. I feel like he needed to wear glasses, but I feel like he lost them a lot. All right. I feel like, the old thing where it's like, have you seen my glasses? And they're on top of their head. Right. So that, oh, your grandfather. Okay. Thank you. He's yeah, he worked hard. Okay. He was a hard worker. Um, I also feel like he might have had some lung issues. Okay. Um, but he's good. He's good. He can do whatever he wants to do now because his feet don't hurt him anymore. All right. That's what he's letting us know. And Amanda, I feel like this man is extremely proud of you, and I feel like he wants to give you kudos for some recent, either you just finished school or you just got something, you just got some kind of good thing, like, I don't know, promotion, school. He's like giving you a round of applause. He's very proud of you, Amanda, for something that you just accomplished. And so I'm also going to say, congratulations, because there's something. And I don't know if he liked pie, okay, but I feel like he's sitting down to have a piece of pie and a cup of coffee. Oh, you understand the message. Okay, awesome, Amanda. But he's like, I got to have my pie now. He's sitting down. He's going to have his little piece of pie and his little treat. All right. I think he really liked his little treats. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that message of congratulations, pride, and love from your grandpa. Okay, Amanda? Thank you very much. All right. Let's see. Hi, Tonya. Thank you for stopping by. Should have you on this show with me and we could do it together. One of my wonderful students. Okay. Let's see. Mary Byrne, and then it says capital M, small m. Okay, so Mary, I'm going to give you a try here. I'm going to feel into your energy here, Mary. Okay, Mary, I have a lady here, and she comes in pretty close, okay, which usually for me is like a mom or a dad, that kind of close, all right? And she comes in with a lot of gratitude, Mary, to you. And I feel like she wants to thank you for everything that you've done for her. If she's not a mom, she had a big what's the word I want to say? Role in your life, okay? Because she's very caring and very, wanting to be, making sure you're all right, that type of thing. So, Mary, let me know if you would understand your mom or someone like a mom with this type of, wanting to make sure you are just fine in your world that's past, because she comes in very close and just so full of gratitude for everything. Okay, it's your mom. Your mom's in spirit, gratitude and thanking me. Yes. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. She seems like she was a kind woman, okay? Because I feel the kindness of her, and the kind of person she feels to me like she wouldn't want to have to ask for anything. Do you understand? Very humble. She did not want to have to ask for help. She was the kind of person that did it all herself. So to ask for help, it was hard for her. And, but she needed it. She needed the help, and you were there for her. And she is just so very grateful for everything that you've done and did for her. I feel like she is. She's got on a what do you call those things? An apron. All right, she's got on an apron, and she's in the kitchen, and it's like I feel like she would have wore that apron almost all day, because she was always doing something. She's not one to just sit and do nothing. All right, and so I feel like if you feel her, it's going to be in the kitchen, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like, she's always doing something in the kitchen. And so, next time you're standing at the sink doing dishes or, making food or something, talk to her and see if you can feel her. Because I feel that's where you're going to feel her. She loves you very much, Mary. So I'm going to leave you with that, with your mom, in the kitchen. Okay, that's what I'm going to do there. All right, let's see who we have. Krista Schoen would love my very first message ever. No pressure for me, right, Krista? Krista? All right, let me feel into your energy here, see what I have. Krista, I feel like I have a younger man here. And I feel like it might be someone that you either knew in school or in the neighborhood, something like that. I feel like you would have hung out together here and there. He steps in and he feels like he has the kind of personality where he might have liked to tease you or tease people. Okay, Krista? So if you can understand that, let me know if you can understand that. A young person that passed. It's a man, a boy. I don't want to say a boy. He's male. Okay, let's call him a male. I feel like he would have. You understand who this could be? Okay. He liked to do things outside. Another outside person today. That seems to be the theme. Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if you were best friends or or if you're more like acquaintances, but I feel like he's saying that you were the kind of person that you were not. He didn't always fit in, is what I feel like. All right, that he didn't always fit in everywhere, and that you were kind. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. I'm feeling like he's stopping in to let you know that he's thankful for your kindness and for you being a friend. Okay, so I apologize if this is someone closer to you and I'm not quite getting the exact connection, but he's grateful for your friendship is what I want to say. Okay, Krista? And so the other thing I want to say about him is I don't know if you have totally changed direction in what you were going to do with your life, but I feel he's almost like, hey, look at you now, look what's going on. Look at what you've done, yay. So that I'm just going to, Okay, you do understand. All right, great. So I'm going to give you that message. All right, I thank you from your friend. All right. Valerie. Okay, Valerie. And you're right. I'm not going to pronounce your last name because it could be Pollock. It could be some other thing. So I'm just going to call you Valerie P. How's that? All right. Okay, Valerie. All right, Valerie. Okay. Let's see what we have. Valerie, I have a couple that is stopping in for you. And I feel like I'm on mom's side of the family with these two people. And I hear music with them. All right. I feel like this man and woman were married and they loved to dance. They loved the music. And that's what I'm hearing right now is and I want to go back a ways with the music. Okay. There's a lot of horns in the music, which makes me think it could have been quite some time ago, with the music. I feel like he may have had military experience, but I don't feel that he spent his whole life in the military. Okay. If he's saying he served his country. Okay. They feel kind of like grandparents to me. Okay. But I'll let you decide who they are. But they're a nice couple. Okay. And you might by being around them, you might hear them pick at each other a little bit, right? Just like old people do, but it's not, and I can say that because I'm old now. Okay. But it's not, it usually was just good fun is what I want to say. I don't feel like there was a lot of arguing and fighting and all that. I feel like they really tried. They had a nice relationship and they stayed together their whole life until one of them passed. And now the woman, she is she's got berries with her. Okay. So I don't know if they would go out and pick berries or if she picked berries, but I feel like she's got berries and she's either going to make a pie or jam or something because she's sitting in the kitchen and she's got a quart of these berries, and of course he's like grabbing some and she's like this. It's that kind of relationship, between the two of them. So very sweet. So do you know where'd you go? Okay, I'm just Valerie. Do you know who these are? Do you know who these people are? They feel like grandparents to me, but so I'll just keep talking here. Well, oh, your grandmother did have berries all the time. Okay, so that we've got your grandparents here. Then did your well? You don't have to respond to that. That's enough confirmation. Yeah, she's yeah, so that's a good piece of evidence, you see, from your grandma, for you. Yeah. So, okay, your mom's biological dad was a musician. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we hear the music. So Valerie, what is their message for you? Why? Oh, you didn't know them. Oh my. Okay. Well, let's just get the message. Okay, let's get the message for you. You didn't know your biological grandpa, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what they want to say for you, okay? I don't usually, I'm not like, they're giving me a 3. So I feel like whatever's going on that's making you feel a little down and out, right? I feel that, I feel that you've got about 3 months, 3 months, and that will be different. All right. That's what I want to say. I feel like they're giving me a 3. So I don't do predictions, like that. But yeah, it feels like that's what's happening. And so, just I'm feeling like, so just keep doing what you're doing is what they're saying. It's just keep doing what you're doing. All right. And you're going to get there. Okay. It's kind of a weird message, but I think you understand it. So, all right. Thank you, Valerie. All right. Let's see who we have here. Let's see. Lex Milan. Okay, Lex, I'm going to try to tap in with your people. Okay, and let's see. Let's see. Okay. Lex, I feel like I have 2 men that are here. And I feel like I've got a man and his brother. Okay. And I feel like I want to call them like 2 peas in a pod. They might not have felt that they were 2 peas in a pod, but I feel like some of the reasons that they butted head was because they were very much like each other. Okay. I feel like I'm on Dad's side of the family with that for you. And so I don't know if this is your dad and your uncle, or if it's your grandfather and his brother, or something like that. But I feel like I've got 2 men. They're both on the other side, and they would have been related to each other. Okay, I feel like I'm on Dad's side of the family with that. And I feel like, I don't know if I want to talk about a family business. Okay, that I feel like there's some type of a family business that people were involved in. And yeah, and let's see what else. Let's see what else I want to say about these 2 men. I feel like one of them I'm smelling some type of oil, motor oil, something like that. So I don't know if he fixed cars, or if he did anything with trucks or something like that. But I'm feeling like there's oil involved with that. And so I feel like one of the men. Oh, okay. Family business, correct. Yes, Dad's side. All right. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. I appreciate that. I really do. But one of them liked cars, I think. One of them really, really, really liked cars. I've got my head in the engine with him. All right. I feel like what I want to say to you, Lex, is they're saying you are more cerebral than they were, if you can understand what that means. I feel like they're more hands-on-y people, and it's like, I don't know if you've had a lot of education, okay, and that type of thing, but they're saying you're a thinker, more of a thinker than they were. And one of them, I feel, had a very a big problem with lungs. He's coughing, a lot of coughing. And the other one feels more like heart area. Okay. Um, So I don't know. I feel like they're calling you an entrepreneur. So I don't know if you're starting to put something together to do your own business or a special idea or something like that. But I feel like they're saying you should go ahead with it and try and do it. Okay, because they're calling you an entrepreneur, and that's what I'm hearing, and that's a pretty specific word for me to hear. Okay, so it feels good. So get your ideas down on paper, all right, and go ahead and do what you want to do, because you've got these two men on the other side that are going to help you with that. All right. So thank you, Lex, for letting me give you a message. So with that, it's time for us to close our time together. But I just want to take a second to thank you for coming on and spending your time with me. And just remember, okay, your loved ones are always with you. They are with you. They may not be like, standing right next to you all the time because they're busy and they have things to do. But what I'm saying is that they are still there. And we have to keep talking to them. We have to keep thinking about them. We have to keep sending them our love. And because they know it just like we know it. So thank you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So have a good 2 weeks, everyone. Good night.